Hey everyone, it's Alexander, the real Mr. Robinson here, and I know it's been a while since I did a movie review. I've been putting up a lot of videos from Universal Studios Hollywood, but hey, I'm back to doing movie reviews, and this is my review for Good Boys, which, funny enough, is from Universal. So, I've done 5 videos in a row on this channel where Universal Studios has had some sort of involvement. But anyway, this is a comedy featuring 3 middle schoolers, Max, Lucas, and Thor, really cool name there, as they get invited to a kissing party, and they're trying to learn the ropes on how to actually kiss, just so they go in experienced, at least in some form. However, things go horribly wrong in many, many ways that involve drugs, alcohol, just all other kinds of things that are just, it's absurd. That's all I'll say right now. So when I saw the trailers for this movie, I was, shall we say, skeptical, because it looked like Superbad but with middle school kids. Nothing wrong with that, Superbad is an awesome movie, but I was just worried that the whole movie was just going to be the one joke of, hey, here are tweens doing things that they really shouldn't be doing, that's too sexual, too illegal for them to be doing. Isn't this funny? And ultimately, I was just worried that that was what the entire movie was going to be. And sure, that's what the movie is. But it is funny. I don't think I laughed as hard as some other people have said they laughed at this movie, but this movie had several moments where it caught me off guard. And sometimes it just comes from the sheer absurdity in certain moments. Like, this movie is just so insane and so absurd in terms of its scenes that you just can't help but laugh. And as I said before, the joke is very much, here are tweens getting into situations that they're too young to be experiencing. But what really helps are the 3 lead actors. Obviously, you have Jacob Tremblay in the lead role, who you might remember from Room and The Predator, but the other 2 actors are funny as well, and it really helps that all these kids have really great chemistry with each other. They play off each other to the point where you really believe that they are best friends, and it plays into the comedy even more, because their reactions to certain situations are just almost priceless. And yet, despite the fact that this movie gets so absurd at points, it actually has some heartfelt moments to it. It's mainly towards the end of the movie. It does have a little bit to say on how middle school is sort of a transitioning point for kids, how they start getting into the more adult world and realize that they're not going to be kids forever. So a lot of the innocence of being a kid just kind of slowly fades away as you start to grow a little more mature. Again, even if a lot of the situations are just absolutely insane and almost unrealistic. You also have some really funny supporting actors as well. You have Will Forte as Max's dad, and he's not in the movie as long as you'd think, but he's still really funny. There's also Molly Gordon, who we last saw in Booksmart, and the little subplot between the 3 kids and her best friend is pretty amusing as well. And then you also have a scene with a cop played by Sam Richardson. In the trailer, I didn't think that scene was all that funny, but watching it within context of the movie, there's so much more that's not in the trailer that's just really funny. That actor right there playing the cop made that scene worth it. The only problem I really have with this movie is that I just didn't find it all that special. Like, if I had never seen Superbad, or if Superbad never existed, then this would have been absolutely hilarious. But unfortunately, Superbad does exist, and Superbad just happened to come out at the perfect time for me when I was in that first year of high school, so it just felt a little more relatable. With this movie here, I'm 28 years old. I am well beyond the days of middle school, and all this movie did in terms of me relating to it was just remind me that, yeah, middle school f***ing sucks, and I never want to relive any memories of middle school ever again. Well, okay, I had some good moments here, but the bulk of middle school for me was shit. But I will admit that that's a personal problem. It's not fair to criticize the movie based on my personal middle school experience and how much it sucked, because that experience could be different for anyone. So, in the end, it's simply good. It's not a great movie. I just don't think it's as funny as many people are building it up to be, but that doesn't mean it's not funny at all, because it has some very absurd moments that are funny. The 3 leads are really good as well, and it has a really heartfelt message in the end that I think is important for middle schoolers to see, even though Technically, middle schoolers shouldn't be seeing this movie. I don't strongly recommend this movie, and I think a movie like Neighbors is much funnier, but then again, it's still funny, and I think if you went to the theater and paid matinee to see this, then you won't feel disappointed. And there you go, that's my review for Good Boys. And now I want to know what you guys think about the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? If you've seen Good Boys, do you prefer this over Superbad, or do you think Superbad still reigns supreme? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and of course leave a comment. Don't forget to support my Patreon page, follow me on social media, and until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.